We'll get to Mike McCarthy and the Packers in a second, but first, Giants, Bears, what a game. Odell, multitasking yesterday, throws the 49-yard touchdown strike to a wide-open Russell Shepard.
See, I got an idea here.
Go ahead.
Because the Giants are winning now, they might not be able to draft a quarterback. Draft a wide receiver. Let Odell try quarterback.
Oh, yeah. You saw on that onside kick how much courage he got. Put him in the pocket. Watch how much...
They got special rules for the quarterback.
Yeah.
They can't hit him no more.
He was trying to bat it away.
He's not trying to get hit. Okay.
All right, same game. Allen Robinson traps the ball on B.W. Webb's head before completing the catch.
This was an entertaining football game. And given the fact that the Saints lost on Thursday, a really damaging loss for the Bears and their hopes of sneaking into one of those bye spots in the NFC, thought they were going to steal it at the end.
Thought they were going to steal it. But we know those backup quarterbacks, Nick, huh? Eventually they look like backups right from the beginning. Pick 6 the other
Man, my guy Chase Daniel looked a lot better when he wasn't playing.
Texans wideout DeAndre Hopkins showing why he's one of the best in the NFL. Great over-the-shoulder grab against the Browns.
Oh, a little helmet pops off. Let the dreads fly. No. This is an entertaining game, too. You're going to be talking to Baker next week, see, right?
Yeah, I'm covering that one. Carolina at Cleveland. Nuke is one of the most underrated wide receivers. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to Baker.
He's got to bounce back.
Finally, Keenan Allen, right place, right time, wild touchdown. Rivers pass deflected off 2 Steelers before Allen caught it.
Man, one of those Steelers could have been flagged for leading with his helmet on his teammate.
Don't I tell you, Nick, those defensive players are not real smart. Yeah. You know the cornerback's in man. He's going to undercut the guy. The safety, he should be going for the upfield shoulder. He shouldn't even be coming on that angle. So that's what I told you, Pittsburgh. Man, bad coaching, bad defensive plays, bad interception, bad special teams.
And yet they still could have won it at the very end and didn't. All right, after what most likely will be the 2nd straight season missing the playoffs, and after a season of friction with Aaron Rodgers, the Packers fired head coach Mike McCarthy. Happened after last night's brutal loss at home to the lowly 3-win Arizona Cardinals. Offensive coordinator Joe Philbin named interim head coach for the 4-7-1 Green Bay Packer team. Mike McCarthy had been the Packers head coach since 2006, winning a Super Bowl in 2010. See, we'll start with you. What was your reaction to this move by the Packers?
Not surprised at all. We had heard a whole bunch about it, and just knowing people in Green Bay that Aaron Rodgers might be the most talented quarterback, and he's definitely the most talented probably throwing the football we've seen in a long time playing this game. But he's also one of the most complicated and probably one of the most hard to deal with on a daily basis. And you can see, and a lot of times, you know, when you're trying to analyze a football player, you like to be able to know, like, where they came from, what's their makeup, so how they got to this point. So typically in crisis situation, you find out what they are. Aaron, I'm concerned about. I'm concerned at this point in his career, with so many good quarterbacks playing and the pressure to win, with him being the highest paid, that Aaron's not real good at relationships. When he came into the NFL, we didn't know anything about the relationship that he has with his family. It's become more and more public that he doesn't have a relationship with anyone close in his family. We knew the relationship. He didn't have a relationship with Brett Favre. And then now we're hearing the last couple of years he's got a problem with Mike McCarthy in that relationship. It's really hard in the NFL if you don't know how to manage your relationships. And what I'm afraid of right now, Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to go through more scrutiny than any other time in his career. Yep. Because now this is going to be like a basketball player, demanding for the coach to be gone. And Mark Murphy, their president, he's going to ask Aaron on this next hire, who do they think they should be looking at? Aaron's going to be involved in it. And that, to me, is something a player should never be involved in. And I believe Aaron is going to come back to haunt him, because he's going to be tied to this coach and the Packers' success, because he's complained about who they hired and fired as a quarterback coach, who they were, their personnel, Jordy Nelson and the rest of these young wide receivers. So now Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to get more pressure than any point in his career, even than when he took over for Brett Favre. Even more pressure there, and we're getting ready to see what Aaron is made of coming down the stretch of his career as the highest paid player, which is also something, Jenna, he demanded. Him and his agent demanded he was the highest paid. He's got all those things. Now he's got the coach fired. Okay, so Aaron, it's your franchise. All the pressure is on you.
All right, and you use the basketball analogy, but here's one of the reasons why in basketball, and we've talked about this, that it's not as risky of a situation. In basketball, there's only 5 guys on your team on the court, and you play both ways. So if you really are good enough, if you're the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA, if you are the most talented we've seen in a generation, you can, on your own, make your team a playoff team, make your team a championship contender. Aaron Rodgers could get all the things he wanted, come back next year and have an MVP caliber season, but he only on the field half the time. Like, you can't, even as a quarterback, you can't put your imprint on the game the way an NBA superstar can. Now, I have no problem whatsoever with Aaron Rodgers demanding to be the highest paid guy. He's the best player in the league. It's the position that gets paid the most. And as we've said before, he also was next in line. That he will only be the highest paid guy for a year or so.
But also, you immediately
hamstring your team.
You immediately. So don't say, hey, I deserve this. Hey, listen, let me tell you what you deserve. All right, if you want to put a championship team on the field, if you want to help the organization, if you want to have something to do, if you want to have a say, economically is the most powerful say. All right, Tom Brady, people talk about what he's done on the field. Tom Brady, the most significant thing he's done the last 5 to 7 years was he took a pay cut so that they would have the flexibility to get whatever players they want, whatever coaches they wanted. But Tom Brady making that move right there, it's significant in how they move forward and the type of teams they could put on the field when he got older.
I also think Brady, forget the advantage he has with his wife's income. I also think he has an advantage over any other quarterback, Rodgers included, that if he does take less money, he can believe his team is going to spend that money the right way. Like a lot of other guys say, okay, I take a pay cut and then you blow the money. Like the Jags, go spend the money you save on me on Dante Moncrief at $9 million bucks. But here's the, I don't buy into that Aaron Rodgers got Mike McCarthy fired. I think he wanted him fired. I think he could have helped save him, and he did not. And I think the lack of the bad relationship was a contributing factor. But I think Mike McCarthy underachieving as Packers head coach is why he got fired. And I was listening to all the broadcasts yesterday, and there is a special dispensation we give to a championship coach. We do not give to a championship player. I heard people I really respect talking time and again yesterday about how, oh, you don't do this to Mike McCarthy. Man, players get cut mid-season all the time.
That's coaches in television. They're just trying to protect the coaches. There ain't no coach in his right mind talking about, oh, it's disrespectful if I fire you during the season. Let me tell you something. If you're going to fire me at the end of the season, you can give me my walking papers now. No need for me to come back through this door not one single day with this fake smile on my face. So all those people on TV, trust me, they trying to protect the fraternity. Do they really, really believe that? I doubt it.
And because McCarthy even said himself after the game, I don't know what I'm going to say to them tomorrow. Well, now you don't have to worry about that. And now he gets a jump start on whatever his next job is going to be. Right. The Packers get a jump start on whomever they're going to want to hire. But I agree with C. Rodgers, any Packers failures prior to this year, they had been couched, and I think rightfully, as despite Aaron Rodgers. Any Packers failures moving forward it's going to be said because of Aaron Rodgers.
Quickly, CeCe was not surprised. Were you surprised they did it mid-season? Was that on the table?
Well, I mean, you lose to the Cardinals at home. You lose all of a sudden 4 or 5 after the bye.
Win at home. Josh Rosen.
Yeah. I mean, that was going into yesterday, I didn't think there was a chance Mike McCarthy would be fired yesterday. But I also didn't think there was a chance Packers were going to lose that game.
Mike McCarthy was going to get fired, and all the people who called me yesterday, and I told them, put stacks and stacks on Green Bay. The cold weather, hey, man, the Cardinals going to get on the bus, go on the stadium, they're going to pack the stuff up, go back to the airport. So all the people who called me as their inside guy, they fired me. McCarthy need to get some, too.
Yeah. On that note, I have no money left.
Time now for Put a Grade on It, sponsored by CarMax. We'll get to Nick's finances in just a second.
They're disastrous.
All the headlines.
Chapter 11.
All the headlines from this game were Mike McCarthy getting fired, but his quarterback Aaron Rodgers didn't help him a ton. Threw for just 233 yards, 1 touchdown. All right, C, put a grade on Aaron Rodgers' day yesterday.
I can't do better than a C. Knowing the talent, knowing what he was up against, I can't give him better than a C. Aaron Rodgers, the expectations should be higher, but you could see in the game. He was pressing. He deserves a C.
I give him an F. I give him an F. I give C's gambling advice an F. I give my marriage right now an F. Once the big gal gets looked at, I give everything about yesterday and the Packers game an F. I didn't even need it because of 13. Just win outright. Just include it.
Just win the game?
Just win outright. You can't beat Josh. Where's Josh Rosen from, C?
Southern California.
Some type of beach, man.
Some beach. How's he going to do in the frozen tundra of Lambeau?
Oh, he didn't do good, but they beat him. He didn't do good.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to give me at least a D. I'm above your marriage because I'm permanent.
Hey.
True.
Hey. Honey, I love you.
Gotta take a break.
Yeah, you're the one that gave your marriage an F.
No, I gave.
Doofus.
No, I didn't.
Coming up, could Dwayne Haskins swoop in, steal the Heisman from Tua and Kyler Murray next on First Things First?
Yeah, you created this.
I did not.
You and your nerdy